Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Terry Talk. Wanted to talk about the recent passing of legislation in the province of Ontario, the Working for Workers Act 2023, third iteration now of this act. Is received royal assent just at the tail end of October, been in place now for 4 or 5 weeks. So lots of applause for these changes. Employee rights not being trampled on. This legislation is really looking to protect the rights of employees. If you're not aware of some of these changes, here we go. One of the most notable changes recently introduced by the Act is the expansion of the definition of an employer's establishment. Under the Employment Standard Act 2000, or ESA, now including private residences of employees who work from home. As a result, if you're an employer, you're considering mass terminations as recession kind of hanging out there, and some people are kind of wondering what's going on. We're starting to hear about some mass terminations. If you're doing that, you also now have to take into account people who work from home as part of your calculation, which is a significant acknowledgement of the prevalence and, of course, the permanence of a lot of these work from home relationships, and that they are now being treated, the people working from home are now being treated equally to their in-person counterparts. So that's the first one. The Act also now is strengthening the licensing requirement for anybody who's doing recruiting, or if you're using third parties for recruitment, especially as it pertains to foreign nationals, trying to protect foreign workers and ensure that the recruitment process is conducted in a fair and ethical manner. Also, the Act is introducing harsher penalties for any individual or any corporation who is convicted of taking possession of property which a foreign national is entitled to, such as a passport or a work permit. We certainly have heard about some of these bad practices, or bring foreign nationals in and then the employer takes their documentation from them. This penalty can be up to $500,000 and up to 12 months in prison, so the government is not taking that lightly. Also, not taking it lightly, the Occupational Health and Safety Act, increasing fines if you're convicted under that act from $1.5 million to $2 million. It's a lot of cash. And again, emphasize the importance of workplace safety and the requirements and consequences, rather, of failing to meet those safety standards. As the Labor Minister, David Bassini, said, also, we're going to be introducing mandatory for employers to disclose wage or salary information, as he said, when it's kept secret. You know, how many times have people gone through the process? Some of you may have out there as well, go through the process only to get to the end and find out that it's not what you're looking for. We'll also new legislation requiring employers to disclose that they're using AI anywhere in the hiring process as well. Also, Ontario government is looking to restrict businesses from demanding job candidates have work experience in Canada before offering them jobs. Obviously, looking to increase the number of internationally trained individuals and immigrants coming into the country to get better jobs than what they've historically been able to attain. Also, bringing in new critical illness leave and also outlawing non-disclosure agreements for cases where sexual harassment and assault has taken place in the workplace. So lots and lots and lots of changes going on. Really good stuff. Now, the other thing I want to tie this into is I've been hearing some people talk about, well, the talent crisis is over. Folks, the demographics do not lie. Unless we start creating a ton of babies, and even if we do, that's a 25 years before that becomes a solution. Unless we automate more jobs. But the hue and cry right now around self-checkouts, and that's a no-win situation. And unless we increase immigration a lot, like a lot, then the lack of talent is here and will continue to haunt businesses. So if you are strategically focused, especially strategically focused on your human resources, then you should be doing everything you can to ensure employees are welcome, they're compensated for the value they create, and you're leveraging their strengths for not just the benefit of the organization, for their benefit as well. If you're doing that, you really don't need legislation to be telling you what to do, right? You already know that these are the right things to do. if you need legislation to help you figure out the talent crisis, we really ought to talk. Give us a call. As always, drop a comment down below, or make sure you hit that subscription button so that we can continue to dialogue. Look forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you again soon.